I never thought I'd be the person writing this, but here we are. My best friend and I grew up together. We shared secrets, promises, and years of memories I thought nothing could touch. I trusted her with my whole life. And then, without warning, she did the one thing I never believed she was capable of. This isn't just a story about betrayal. It's about how the person closest to me changed everything forever. Years later, I fell in love with a guy named Jake, and through every single part of that experience, Lily was right there with me. She listened to every phone call, every excited rant, every late-night message where I overanalyzed everything Jake said. When I cried after our first real argument, Lily sat beside me on the couch and promised me it would all be okay. On prom night, she danced around me like a sister, fixing my hair and calming my nerves. In those moments, she felt like the perfect friend. Loyal, caring, always on my side. I never once imagined our bond could break. I told Lily absolutely everything. My dreams, my fears, my insecurities, and especially my feelings for Jake. We even joked that she knew my life better than anyone else, that she was basically the keeper of all my secrets. When I finally introduced her to Jake, she welcomed him instantly with that warm, familiar smile. It didn't feel strange when the three of us started hanging out together, after school, on weekends, just laughing and talking. It felt safe. It felt normal. It felt like nothing could ever go wrong. I trusted them both completely. I never imagined betrayal was even possible. Then Lily started acting different. One evening, I noticed her texting Jake from across the room. When she realized I was watching, a guilty smile flickered across her face. She brushed it off quickly, saying it was nothing, but my stomach dropped. At school, she laughed at messages she wouldn't explain, hiding her phone when I asked. I caught her glancing at Jake in ways that made me uncomfortable. A quiet voice inside me whispered that something had changed. I wanted to ignore it. I told myself I was paranoid. I didn't want to believe that the two people I trusted most could hurt me. I couldn't ignore it anymore. One night, walking past a cafe in the rain, I looked through the window, and there they were, Lily and Jake, sitting close, laughing, touching, like I didn't exist. My chest felt like it shattered instantly. I dropped my books and ran home, barely able to breathe. When I finally confronted Lily later, she couldn't meet my eyes. Her voice shook as she whispered words I never thought I'd hear. "I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you." Hearing that from my best friend hurt more than anything else ever had. The next afternoon, I confronted her face to face. I stormed into Lily's kitchen, shaking with anger and heartbreak. I screamed, demanding to know how she could do this to me. My voice echoed as tears streamed down my face. Lily collapsed to her knees, sobbing and apologizing over and over. Seeing her like that didn't make it easier. It made it worse. I told her she was my sister, that she knew my heart better than anyone, and yet she was the one who destroyed it. In that moment, I realized how deeply betrayal can cut. After I left her house, the rain felt endless. I stood alone under a streetlight, hugging myself and wishing the pain would stop. Every reflection reminded me of what I'd lost. Years of friendship, trust, shared memories. The betrayal sat heavy in my chest, like a stone. I questioned everything we'd ever shared. But standing there, soaked and exhausted, I realized something important. I had a choice. I could let this heartbreak destroy me, or I could find a way to survive it. That decision would shape everything that came next. Healing didn't happen overnight. I ran through quiet streets at sunrise until my thoughts slowed down. I wrote everything out in a journal, page after page, until my hands ached. One night, I burned a photo of Lily, watching it turn to ashes. A new friend, Mary, held me when I cried and reminded me I wasn't alone. Some days were harder than others, but slowly, the weight in my chest began to lift. I started to believe that I could move forward, even with the scars. A year later, the pain is only an echo. I've learned to enjoy the simple things again, playing my guitar in the afternoon light, watching something small drift away on the wind. I realized forgiveness wasn't for Lily. It was for me. I'm stronger now, shaped by what I survived. The scars remind me of how far I've come. My story didn't end with betrayal. It became a story of growth, resilience, and learning how to trust myself again. Now, I carry only what I've learned. Betrayal taught me the true meaning of trust and forgiveness. I still remember Lily and what she once meant to me, but the hurt no longer defines who I am. Today, I walk forward with my head held high, stronger than before. The day my best friend betrayed me didn't break me. In the end, it set me free.